once we've safely, effectively and thoroughly stretched out the muscles of the glute medius, glute max and piriformis, we're now going to look at strengthening these muscles, because often it's weakness and tightness that can really contribute to that sciatic pain. So first of all, we're going to do this in a relatively easy position, and again make the exercises a bit more challenging as we go on. So first of all, we're going to go to our lying position, and we're going to start to perform just a very basic hip bridge, like so. Nice, slow, controlled movements, and really making sure you're squeezing these glute muscles at the top of the exercise here. Nice and slow, and really squeezing the glutes and activating those muscles quite strongly. Now, you might be quite flexible and you might be able to go up quite high. There's no need to start with, especially as there's a risk that your sciatic pain could be coming from the lower back. We want to be careful when doing movements that really create an arch and a stretch in the lower back. So all we need to do is go up to about this height here. Really make sure that you squeeze the glute muscles. As you can see, it helps flatten the curve of the lower back in this area. If I don't engage the glute, you can see this tilt here. If I squeeze the glute, it reverses that tilt. We've got a nice flat, safe lower back, and the glutes are being more fully activated. So once we've done these exercises in repetitions, we can hold the contraction for about 10 seconds or so, and then lower down. Now, to make this exercise a bit more challenging, we're going to do it single-legged. And when we do anything single-legged, we're really working more on the stability of the exercise, challenge the core a little bit more, and create a much more strong, functional platform. So, what we're going to do is we're going to straighten one leg, and then we're going to bridge up on the rear leg, like so. Again, exactly the same principles apply, really squeezing the glute tight on the last moment of the exercise. Doing repetitions, and then holding the contraction at the top. Change the legs, straighten the other leg. Make sure we're bringing this heel up to our buttocks nice and close. Raising up, squeezing the glute at the end of the movement. Once you've done a number of repetitions, again, we want to hold at the end of the movement like this. And all this is really going to serve to just work, strengthen all the areas, the glute med, the glute max, help strengthen the functions of stability. This will help protect the lower back, the hips, and strengthen any weak glute muscles that are contributing to your sciatica. Okay guys, for this next exercise, we're going to continue to work on the stability of the glutes, particularly the glute medius muscle, which is a muscle to the sort of the side and the posterior of the body here. Now these muscles are really important in the stability of our whole body and our core, especially when we're walking, doing any kind of one-legged exercise. So, great way to strengthen this. First of all, you're going to need a platform. So I'm using yoga blocks today. This could be a step on your staircase or anything like that, or a small wall outside. Find something that's going to give you a good stable sort of platform. You're going to step up with one leg on the platform and one leg hovering over. I recommend starting by using a wall for support, just to help you get the control and the stability. So what we're going to do, keeping both legs really straight, we're actually going to dip our hips and let the leg that's not on the platform fall into that space so that my hip line gets distorted. We're then going to raise this leg back up so that the hip line's level. And we're just going to keep doing dips like this again. Nice, slow, controlled movements. And as you can see, the glute med on this side is really having to work to fire and contract to help keep our hips level. We relax it as we go down and we fire it as we go back up. So again, doing a number of reps and then hold in this finish position where our hip line is level. And you're going to feel this muscle working quite strongly. It looks like a subtle exercise, but it's actually quite challenging. Once we've done that, we're going to change and do the other side. So again, start with the hips level, dip the leg down, raising it back up. Nice, slow, controlled repetitions. And when you've done a number of them, holding again so that the hip line is level and the glute med on this side is really working and firing to keep us stable. For the final exercise that we're looking at strengthening the glute meds and the side of the hips, the lateral stabilizers, we're going to need a resistance band. Now these are very easy to get hold of, any sports shop, gym, online obviously. So to start with, we're just going to tie the resistance band in a double knot. Just make sure it's nice and tight so it's not going anywhere during the exercise. And you want at the start the length of it to be about hip width. That's kind of ideal to start with. And when you progress into the exercise, you can make the loops smaller and it's going to make it more challenging. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our legs, both of them, within the resistance band like so. To start with, use a wall, support your hand, and we're going to be standing on one leg, and then we're going to be extending this leg out to the side here. And you're going to feel this working the glute med on both legs actually. So we're really working the stability on this leg, and this glute med muscle is going to be firing to try and bring the leg out against the tension of the resistance band. Again, hold that contraction, relax, and then you can switch legs. Make sure both legs are straight, nice and straight legs, a little bit of support if you need it to start with, and then working that leg out to the side. You're really going to feel these muscles strongly firing on both sides here. Once you're a bit more confident with your balance and you've done it with the wall, you can then start to do it freestanding. So again, it's going to make it more challenging. Both glute meds really firing. Again, constantly pushing against that resistance band. Change legs when you're ready. And really bringing this leg out to the side, strong and stable on this leg. So, as with all the stretching and strengthening exercises, if your sciatica is primarily affecting you on one side, I recommend doubling the exercises up, doing them 2 times on the affected side and 1 time on the side that's not affected, just to create some balance and symmetry for the body.